folks. Good evening. Welcome to BCP, Viewpoint and Conversations, with your host, Joyce Aline
and Adib Muhammad.
Alamova.
Yes, he is the actor, producer, and speaker and life coach. He's the actor who has appeared on TV One, BET, Amazon, Netflix. He's also an award-winning film producer and one of America's premier experts in production.
Wow.
And he's also a best-selling author of Masters of Success.
Well, thank you, Joyce Lane.
Now,
she's an actor, director, producer, also a best-selling film, not best-selling, but an award-winning film producer, as well as an amazing playwright. She wrote Nothing But the Truth, the gospel stage play. In fact, that play sold out, didn't it? But we're not going to talk about that. She also created the award-winning film A Moment in Space. So that's who we are, and we're here this evening to introduce our new show. We're sorry we're a little late this evening, but hey, things happen in the technological world that we're in. So,
this has been an exciting week, don't you think?
oh my goodness, hasn't it?
First of all, we celebrated who?
Martin Luther King's birthday.
That's right.
That's right.
And I'm into trivia, so I got a trivia question for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What is the trivia question for me?
All right. Which state has the most MLK Jr. streets or boulevard?
Oh my goodness. And you didn't tell me before we came.
No.
Okay.
See how smart you are.
Let me see which city?
No, which state? I said
which state? Oh, that's easy. California.
Okay, I guess you need to go back to school
Oh.
because it's Georgia.
It's Georgia.
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 Actually, I already knew, but anyway, go ahead.
Of course. Of the United States,
Okay.
there are 900 streets that are named after MLK Jr. Whether it's a street or
900
boulevard. And the state of Georgia has over 700 of those streets.
Wow. Well, folks, we learned something
You learned
every
something
day.
new today.
New today.
And the second thing is that what? The inauguration of what? BCP, Viewpoint, and Conversation.
Yes. So, let me tell you a little bit about the goal of the show. Our show is actually to inform, to inspire, to entertain, and also encourage, particularly our youth and our elders, to kind of collaborate together and exchange information. And that way, in my mind, in our mind, we believe that young people and elders come together with the technological savvy of young people and the lifelong life experiences of elders. If we come together, then we could actually have a positive impact on issues in our community. So that's part of what we're about. So when we talk to you about, hey, BCP, yes, we make films, yes, we do theatrical productions, we teach acting, and we cast other people's projects as well as our own. But the main thing is we want to communicate on a deep level of us coming together and telling our stories.
Right. And the next time you say elder, don't point to me.
Excuse me.
All
Pardon
right. Okay, get started.
Okay. Well, first, I am so happy to introduce our inaugural first guest, Dawn Maria Gomez.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about this lady. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. She's an actor, a SAG actor, a proud member of SAG-AFTRA, which means she's professional, y'all.
She gets paid.
That's right. She's a member with credits on TV and film. She does voiceover and in theater, directorial, and stage manager credit as well in traditional theater as well as TYA. And for those of you all that don't know what TYA means, that means Theater for Young Audiences. Okay, those are the productions. Now, let me tell you about her on the entrepreneurial side. She's the CEO of Silently Loud Media, LLC, and co-producer of SLM, which is a channel on Binge Network. Am I right?
It is indeed. Yes.
Well, welcome to the show, Dawn, and thank you for coming.
I'm happy to be here.
And we happy to have you.
Yes, we are.
Exciting.
Okay, so tell us a little bit, because what I'm curious about,
Okay.
and I'm sure some of our people are curious about,
Okay.
what is SLM Network?
Well, SLM Network was devised because I have projects that I'm writing currently,
Mhm.
and we all know it's hard to sell our wares.
True that.
Get someone to pick us up, and everyone goes for Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime and all that good stuff. But I felt that it's kind of a hard door to open. It's especially when no one really knows who you are.
Okay.
So I said, well, what if I have my own, build my own house?
Like Oprah, huh?
Like Oprah, that's right. And Oprah, if you're watching. So I created SLM, which is ELife Media Network, not only just for me, because I realized that other people are out there who are worthy and talented, but just don't get that voice, don't get that opportunity.
True.
And this is what I devised. I have a group of people who, we have cooking shows, we have fitness shows, we have self-help, we have music. Now we just got a dance person who, it's called You Can Dance, where it's, I call it like Dancing for Dummies, where you just take, average like a broom and, you're sweeping and he tells you how to make that into a dance move. So we have a whole plethora of things, and we're constantly growing. That will be showcased on the network just for visibility. And we're with Binge, we're moving though to Roku.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
Roku.
For those of you who know, this is a sign language for clapping. I do a little ASL too.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about it and the transition. And, when I embarked on it, I am not tech savvy. Repeat, I'm not tech savvy.
Welcome.
So it's definitely been a learning process for me as well. But I just wanted to give everybody a voice. I didn't want to be selfish with it.
And see, that's the key to success.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at
So,
it.
how does a person get out of bed one morning
Yes.
and simply say, I want my own network? What is the very first thing you have to do?
So for me, it really started, I'll just be very honest, where I kept seeing the advertisement on my email. You get the junk mail and you're like, ah.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I saw where I could have my own channel. I could have apps. I could monetize the account and make money. Wait a minute. And so I said, you know what? This will work. And so I just, of course you call and you investigate and you delve deeper. But that's what I did. I really looked into it and I really said, okay, this is a huge opportunity, not just for me, because Binge is over 1 billion viewers. It's global. And Roku is pretty big too.
Oh, yeah.
It's very big. I'm not knocking Roku.
Oh, not at all.
They are not to be knocked. But I said, why not? Why not?
You took the chance.
I took a chance. I think that's something that a lot of us, especially as we get older, because I am older. I won't say how much older, but I am an older person. And I understand that taking risks becomes less and less appealing as we get older.
Yes.
We get comfortable. We want to know the sure thing. What's going to happen tomorrow?
We want to minimize the probability of failure.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Fear of it, fear of failure. And I've always been the type of person just to take risk. I'm a huge risk taker, whether it works or it doesn't. If I fall flat on my face, I do it. And I've had friends and family members say, you're ridiculous. Why are you doing even the acting? I mean, for me, I'm an older actor. I started acting when I was a kid. Left, do the conventional, traditional stuff, marriage, kids, and all that good stuff. Life happens. And that's one of our models, life cover for SLM. So, and I said, I'm going to go back into acting. And I had well-meaning friends saying, you've got to be smart about this. You're getting older. I don't know. I don't see the birthdays, coming. So that's, so I take risks. And I think that's something that you, at any age, I don't care how old you are, you've got to be willing to take the risk. You've got to be willing to go against the grain. There are going to be plenty of people who tell you can't do it.
Yeah.
And ignore it.
Because one of the things because we've been knowing each other for quite a while.
Quite
You
some
like
time.
my sister.
Yes, you tried to kill me.
I did. I actually killed you.
This is the program, people.
This is a
For
program.
my
This is a
man.
program for
Okay,
my man.
Right. He's
But-
not being stalked.
But one of the things that I've always admired about you
Thank you.
is your energy and your willingness. Because, see, I'm familiar with the fact that you will take risks.
Yes.
And
yes.
some of the shows and some of the projects that you've been a part of, I've seen you run down to Georgia, and
Yes.
run here, run there. So what's it like for you? Like you mentioned the fact that, you know, like a lot of people in our families and our close friends who are not in this game, if you will, they look at us and say, well, why are you doing this? I mean, but for you, what are you driven by?
I'm going to be very honest with you. It starts with this woman who's no longer with us. Her name is Billy Ruth Williams, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. And this woman was born in North Carolina, lost her mother and siblings at a young age, where she was left at age 16 with her nephew to raise alone. And she would tell me stories about how they couldn't eat sometimes, and how she was happy one day when a boxcar fell off of the train and found cabbages, and they ate cabbages. For her to go from North Carolina, take that risk to move to New York City, to leave the South, go to the North, became a model, a hand model, and an actor. She was an actor. My mother hid that for me, by the way. And then, even though she only had a second grade education, she would take my mother's books at night and study. Got her high school diploma and became a nurse.
Wow.
For this woman, born in 1910,
Yes.
to go through all of that and just become this phenomenal, fierce, strong woman. She was just my idol, you know?
Of course.
My idol. So I said, if she can do it, why can't I? And I didn't have some of the adversities. I didn't grow up in the South. I am a true native New Yorker. This is as far south as I get. You know, so it, you know, I wasn't accustomed to some of the things she endured, the racism. She was very fair-skinned, so she kind of fared differently, you know. But my grandfather, who was the sweetest thing, I don't want to leave him out, the sweetest man, quiet. He had a third grade education and became a chef. And so they always instilled education and take risks. And my grandmother would always say, "Are you the belle of the ball?" She would force me to sing. She would just make me stop. You know, I played flute and I sang. I used to sing opera. And so she would just make her friends, "Oh, how you doing? And start singing, Don. Go." Okay, Grandma.
Yeah,
So she's my biggest inspiration.
Okay.
I see her when I
When
do
you-
things. Yeah,
okay.
I see her.
And see, that's beautiful.
Right.
Thank you.
So, for the listeners,
Yes.
they want to go through your door,
Okay.
your network.
Yes. Come
How do
on.
they do that?
Well, they can always contact me at silentlyloudmedia@gmail.com. Send me a synopsis of what you want to do. I just must be very, very clear. I'm very selective because I want things to be unique
And quality.
and quality. So I'll tell you to do your pilot. Let me see it. Let me approve it, and go from there. But I'm about the dream. I'm about giving that chance. So, you know, like I said, I don't want the same shows. So I have one cooking show that's about vegan, gluten-free by Verity McRae.
Right.
She has her own catering company called The Tasty Alternative. So she's doing one, and then I have another cooking show who's Cooking by Taste.
Okay,
And she teaches
okay.
you how to cook things without having to measure. So they're vastly different.
Right,
They're
right.
vastly different. And that's what I want. I want originality.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yes.
So I want you to say it again very slowly.
Yes.
So if anybody's writing this down, they get it. Okay.
Silently Loud Media, all one word, @gmail.com.
Okay, great. Now, I have
Yes.
another question
All
for
right.
you. I do understand that you're currently in the process of a new film.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about your new film
Okay,
project.
thank you. So the title is still a working title, but it's about an autistic woman and what she goes through. She's nonverbal, and the trials and tribulations that she goes through with family, with the world. And the inspiration is, I have an autistic daughter who is an adult. She's 32, and she has autism. She's nonverbal. And some of this is the things that she goes through. I wanted to pay homage to her. And I also wanted to talk about, and it's a little disturbing, but we always hear about either the higher functioning autistic people or all the males, because it is more prevalent in boys than girls.
And girls,
but we don't
yes.
talk about what the girls
Girls
go
go
through.
through.
Right.
How do they handle certain things like puberty and things of that magnitude?
Yes.
And I'm telling you, my child has been through a lot.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I wanted to give her a voice.
Yes.
And that's what this film
And
is
in
all
giving
about.
her a voice, you're giving her a voice to many others.
To
who
many others.
do not have the
Wonderful.
opportunity to have
Exactly.
moms like you
That's
in this
right.
business.
Right. And I mean, and just to show how it's interesting when she was born, well, she's born in 87. So back then, autism was not the buzzword.
No.
Nobody really knew what autism was about. And so I used to get you just need to spank them. I went through, our church was like, I think she might need an exorcism. Maybe she's demon possessed.
They actually said
They
that.
actually said that.
No.
Yes, yes.
No.
Well, back in
Yes.
the, I could kind of see that
Yeah.
back in the 80s. I mean,
And it used to infuriate me because I've always been a rebel. I'm a rebel. I'm just going to be honest. I am a rebel. I do not believe in the status quo. I do not believe in just staying in a box. I want to know what's outside the box.
Exactly.
How far out the box I could go, which used to infuriate
Well,
my mother.
in my experience, in my reading, in my research, most of the most successful people in this country have been outside the box.
Amen.
Because
Always.
I can't remember exactly who said it, but somebody in the self-help development space said that the biggest problem with men today at his time, in fact, it just came to me. That was, well, anyway, what he said was the biggest problem with men is conformity.
Yes.
Being like everybody else
Right.
and not thinking for and being creative for themselves.
Right, right.
Well, we taught in school to conform.
Yes, that's ingrained in us. That's ingrained.
Earl Nightingale. That's what.
Oh,
it was.
okay,
Earl
okay.
Nightingale. Right.
I mean, if you only knew the discipline hours my mother invested in me to.
But it must have been really hard on you
It
because
was
you
very
was
difficult.
learning along with your daughter
Yes.
what was happening.
Oh, yeah.
And things you had to dismiss, some things you had to accept, and some things you had to create to get through the
I'm
process.
gonna tell you right now, I am a mama. I call it a pit bear. That's what I am, a pit bear, where I could be pit bull and bear, grizzly bear, combining.
Bear.
Pit bear.
Okay,
You guys
okay.
can quote me on that. Because I had people who would say things like, "Why aren't you disciplining your child? You just need to spank her. You need to put her." I've had people say, "Oh, why don't you put her in her home?" I've had all these things. I had family members saying, "This has never happened to us before." And, well, you were like that too because you didn't talk to your four. You're like, what kind of?
Yeah.
So we grew together.
Yes.
We grew together, and I tell you what, I wouldn't change any of that. All of that made me patient, accepting, and loving. I don't think I would have been that type of person without her. I really credit her for that. And then when the second one came
Yeah,
along,
because you're a
she
native
brought it
New
up.
Yorker. So
I am.
You
I'm from
have
the
said
Bronx.
something.
Oh no!
I am from the boogie down.
But see,
Don't get it
and
twisted.
see what the things that you just described is the reason in my mind that part of the reason we started this show.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, when they see the creative aspect and the results of our creativity, no matter what level we on in this business, they look at it and they say, well, wow, a lot of people look at your successes, them seeing you on TV and in movies, like you don't have challenges
Let me tell you
like
something.
regular people.
I have been homeless because of this craft. I've had to live with other people, me and my whole family, because of this craft. I was supposed to be in a film. They reneged on the film. I contract signed, ready to go, and reneged on it.
Yeah, I've been
And
there.
help.
Completely. I have had many, please, for those of you out there, I have cried many a night in the car. You know, sitting in the car going, what am I doing with my life? I'm medically trained. I've done collections. I have a plethora of skills. It's not just,
You have to.
yeah, you better. I can tell you that my own family didn't support me.
Of course.
You know,
Please.
if I didn't, so you already know.
Yes,
Why
we
don't you sell
know.
your high school ring if you need food? Let me explain.
So that got you a donut?
Right. Like, this high school ring, how much they want for 19, blah, 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 blah. You have to accept those times and acknowledge the fact that you are going through those times. Because I think what we're taught is, well, when you're down, just push yourself out, push it out, push it out, push it down, push it away, push it this way, that way. No, accept it. This is how I
Accept
feel
it
right
first.
now.
Accept your feelings.
Let yourself have some time
Mm-hmm.
and then say, all right,
Dust yourself
Here we
off
go.
and go for
And
it.
then go.
I recently did a pilot. It's funny, it was in Vermont.
Mhm.
Now, there's not a lot of black people in Vermont, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep it 100. I looked, and there was not that.
You say you looked?
It's like, there's one, and there's one. And everybody thought it was ridiculous to go to Vermont to audition.
Why?
Everybody thought, why don't you go so far away?
Ah.
It's too far away. It's an 8.5, 9-hour drive.
Mhm.
That's not, okay.
I heard you,
Mhm.
and I said, no, because this is an opportunity.
Mhm. Mhm.
When I got there and auditioned, the gentleman said, because we were talking to other people, he's like, she's from Maryland. And he's like, Maryland? You came all the way up from Maryland? I said, that's right, it's an
That's
opportunity.
right. That's right.
And I got the part. And it was at first
Wow.
just for an orderly, and I said one word. One word. I said, but it's a pilot, and I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When I got on that set, it became 4 lines
Oh.
See?
and a name, and I went from orderly to an RN.
See?
Mhm. Mhm.
And I slept in my car both times.
See?
Okay, as a woman, you're like,
Oh, let me see.
yeah. I slept in my car because I knew the opposite. I have the ability to see further down the road. And that's why I tell people,
Have
please
to.
don't be myopic with your
Mhm.
life, with your life. I'm not just,
Mhm.
even if you're not an actor, even if you're whatever you are, don't just see what's straight in front of you.
Right.
Never.
Look further
Don't
ahead.
see yourself where you are today.
Exactly.
See yourself where you want to be and
Absolutely.
who you wish
Absolutely.
to become.
Absolutely.
That's
It's
the
so
key to
powerful.
success.
Well, it's a small part. It's not a big
Oh,
part.
yeah.
I can't stand
I hear that all
that.
the time.
I said, there's no such thing.
Whether it's one word or 100
Oh, yeah.
words. And you know what? I'm about to do a play because I returned to school.
Mhm.
I'm working on getting eventually my MFA in acting.
Okay.
And I said, this is what happens when you tell the universe
Masters
stuff.
of Fine Arts. For
Masters
those
of
of
Fine
you who are
Arts.
not into this.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you. Thank
Mhm.
you, Adib, for that. I said, I want more roles. I want media roles. Universe, I
Mhm.
love this. I want it. And so the universe said, okay, Don, is this what you want? Boom.
Bam.
I have an 88-page play
Yes.
that I have to do.
I
Our
got
Lady
you.
of Cabejo. I play
got you.
Sister Evangelique, and I am it's 2 acts, and each act has 10 scenes or 11 scenes.
Wow.
And I'm in all but
Oh,
2
2
of
of
them.
them.
Yep.
I got
So
you.
I am like this right now with my script. Okay. I don't know if this is going to. So, but it all happens in levels. I think that's something that anybody in any realm has to understand, even especially entertainment. That
Right.
you've got to start somewhere.
You definitely
You've got to
do.
start somewhere, and yes, we all want to be on that red carpet, and smile and
Well,
accepting the award.
We have an answer for that as well.
Do you really?
We have an answer
What's
for
your
that.
answer,
You're
Dee?
gonna have to wait till the next time you come back to the show.
Okay.
For me to but ladies and gentlemen, you have met the amazing,
Thank you.
irrepressible, amazing sister,
Thank you.
Dawn Maria Gomez. For one last thing, if
Yes.
you would, how can people get in contact with you?
You can send me an email to silentlyloudmedia@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Facebook. Yes, I will talk with you on Facebook. Just look for Dawn, DAHJN, Maria Gomez.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We love you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me.
You know what?
Hey,
She did our show.
she did our show.
Oh, what
I
do
was
they
so
do
happy.
when they get the champagne and hit the
Did that
ship?
ching-a-ling-ling?
No, when they hit the ship. And
Ching-a-ling-ling?
Yeah. She did it.
Break the bottle.
She broke the bottle. Thank you
All right,
so
thank you
much.
so much,
I love
Dawn.
you both. You're
Love you.
fantastic, and congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Yes, this is
You know we're
fantastic.
gonna have you back.
Anytime. You just let me know.
All righty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first segment. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you were inspired, informed, entertained, and engaged. So now, who's our next guest, by the way?
I think it's a gentleman that we have known and loved for over, well, you've known him for over 20, 30 years. I've known him for 10
Don't
years.
say 30.
Well, you that old, don't
Oh,
you?
my goodness. Why
You
wanna
the
tell her?
elder?
I am an elder.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a baby boomer.
Okay.
I still a baby in
So
my
can you
head.
tell us, who is he?
Mhm. There he is.
Oh,
Hello, sir.
Hello.
how are you?
I am.
Oh,
I'm doing so well
He gave
and
me a card.
fantastically great that the only way I could be doing any better is if I was either one of you.
Oh, there
There
you go. There you go.
There you go. That's
So
the
tell
one
us
I
a little
know.
bit about this
This
gentleman here.
is Mr. William Murray.
William Murray.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Professor William Murray.
Professor.
Thank you.
Professor.
William.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, this is the kind of brother that will correct me if I get anything wrong.
Okay.
And I will accept that. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
first of all, he is Professor William Murray.
Professor Murray, good evening.
That's right.
Yes.
He is the author of the highly successful series, The Road to Success.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
An
We
author.
both- Yes, we both have been to his classes.
Yes,
He's
amazing class, by the way.
Right.
Mhm.
And he has graced the stage with other great minds like Dr. George C. Frazier,
Mhm.
Willie Jolly,
Mhm.
and the man that he has personally known, Dick Gregory.
Wow.
Is that right?
Right.
Our mentor for 37 years.
That's
Wow.
right. And he's the president of the Murray Group and the president of the Millionaire Mastermind Institute. Welcome, Professor William Murray.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Murray,
it's a
how are
pleasure.
you, my
It's a
brother?
My brother, I'm telling you, I am doing fantastic. Glad to be here with you two people. And congratulations, man, on your show, my brother.
Well,
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. BCP trying to do some stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're doing the right thing, man. Because when you do something that's going to be a blessing to God's children, you know God's going to bless you. Your spirit and your life is always going to bless you.
Okay. Just to remind you, the camera right there, they want to
Uh-huh.
see your handsome face. Thank you very much.
Oh, they're gonna get him all sides.
And that's your laugh of the day, and you will stick to it, right?
No doubt. All right, my brother, I need you to tell me, because I know, she knows, and a few of our other associates know about the Millionaire Mastermind Institute, but you've been doing such wonderful things. And because you are actually one of my mentors as well, I'm proud to say.
Yes.
So could you give us a little indication, talk to the audience and tell them a little bit
Well,
about
the
what you
Millionaire
do.
Mastermind Institute is an institute for entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs. It's here at the institute where millionaire mindsets, lifestyles, and businesses are made. We make sure that you do what needs to be done. We give you the blueprint. We are your GPS system to success. I mean, of any sort. I've been lucky enough, like I said, to be with some of the greats. I didn't share the stage with them; they shared the stage with me.
Oh, yes.
So I mean, and to be in that circle, and have been an activist for over 40 years, so I got a chance to be with the great, powerful people. Also, so I've enjoyed my life. My spirit guided me since I was a teenager when I realized, that I got to learn to listen to my spirit, and your spirit will never be wrong, and it will always reward you. And so once you learn that, and then you do what needs to be done, it's going to give you what you want. See, I'm a mindologist, so my expertise is thought and mind, because everything first goes through thought.
Exactly.
I don't care what it is happens to you, positive, negative, it first has to go through thought somewhere along the line. And once you learn, because people say, well, you got 5 senses. Untrue. You have 6. Your spirit is your 6th sense, which is more powerful than all the other 5 put together. Once you learn to listen to your spirit and talk with your 6th sense, because it speaks to you several times a day. When you wake up in the morning, your spirit's waiting on you. And it's going to talk to you. But see, most people are so used to not paying attention to it, that's like a foreign language.
And see, that's the thing. That's one of the things that we've discussed before.
Yes.
Because in my class, my mindset acting class, which had turned into a life coaching class, because what I began to do was take that aspect of our being that begins with not only, okay, you want to be an actor, from my perspective, within the context of acting, you want to be an actor, but what is it about how you're thinking is going to attribute to your success? So begin with how you're looking at what we're doing.
I enjoy the fact, and when I do my classes, like I said, if you walk out the same person you walked in, you got a major problem. Because I work on your mind. See, don't care what you know, you've heard educated fools, there's plenty of them out there. But I got to work on your mind, and once I get your mind right, in your 6th sense, because I teach from the aspect of learn, listen, and react and do action. We take you from idea to implementation, and then we take you beyond that. And that's the full GPS to success. Once you learn to listen to your mindset, to your mind, and to your spirit, it's easy.
What type of things would you say, based on the many things that you've accomplished in your life, at what point did you really begin to get a sense of how important your thinking was? And I asked that for a very specific
When I
reason.
truly learned to listen to my spirit. Because see, your spirit's there everywhere you go, and everyone has a guardian angel. Spirit guardian angel, whatever you want to call it. My book, Climbing Success Mountain. My spirit woke me up one morning about 3 o'clock and gave me the whole book. It was not the book I was writing. So I had to put down the book I was writing, which was I Must Tell the World, and I started writing Climbing Success Mountain. My spirit gave me the book. I didn't have none of this idea about none of this.
You know, Napoleon Hill said something similar about his book, Think and Grow Rich, that it came to him in a similar fashion.
You've got to learn to listen to your spirit. You know, your guardian angel. I'm going to in my class this weekend coming up at Prince George Community College.
You have a class this weekend.
Yes, I do.
And the name of it?
Name of it is 2020 Mindset and Business, and it's at Prince George Community College.
What time?
Oh, 10 to 1, just 3 hours, and I'm giving a blessing for the first year because this one is free.
This one is free. Okay.
You know, because I do them monthly, and then there's coaching. I can give you coaching, but this one is free. I want to give you the opening and the beginning of your year, so I can give you something to work on. You know, it's called the Institute. It's a thing of learning. I do give you homework. I do give you assignments, and you know that, Adib.
Yeah,
I tell you things that you got to do, and you got to say, "Well, that don't make no sense to me." You have to do it.
Yeah, definitely, because that's part of the discipline.
Now, this year in the year 2020, I'll be going into my 44th year as an entrepreneur.
Wow,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
Thank you.
44 years.
44 years. as
You
an
don't even look
entrepreneur.
like you've been around that long, but all right.
Well, I've been around for almost 45, so. But, you know, once you got to go be around who's in your circle. And here's the thing, too. People say, well, who's in your circle? It's greater than that. Because they're in your circle doesn't mean they're in your corner. So you've got to get those, and you never, ever give your idea to someone who can help you grow it. You can't go to someone at the foot of a mountain and ask them, how do you get to the top of that mountain? They've never been there.
Check that. I do agree.
So
with
you don't give $1 million idea to a 5-cent mind. So once you start growing your mind and put yourself in a circle, like be around people like me, like you, like Justin, like once you be around that type of mindset, your mind's going to grow.
Hey, you know you're absolutely right, because what I've recently experienced is like for the last 2 months, I've been in a mastermind group. And within this mastermind group, all of these people are far more successful in the sense of their experiences and how they took those experiences and monetized it, because they were much more in depth with the technology than I was. That's part of what drove me about putting this show together and hopefully encouraging young people who are technologically savvy
That's right.
to collaborate and exchange information with older people like ourselves, because of the knowledge and the life experiences that we have, that I'm finding these other people who are much younger than us, but
They got it.
based on their experiences has allowed them to be extremely successful as entrepreneurs,
When it comes to
because
technology.
it's their intellectual properties.
It's their earth.
Yes.
This is their time. I mean, when I was a little boy, I used to be the one in the neighborhood. All the people in the neighborhood call me, can you put this together? Can you put this together? Can you put this table together? Can you put this? Because I was, you know, and now you got to go to the kids, because now you need to put together your social media.
Exactly.
They understand it, like the story I tell on stage. But when I ran into a problem one night about 10 o'clock. And the person who had the answer was in bed asleep. So I said, well, now I got to wait until in the morning till I wake him up and take him to kindergarten to get the answer.
Oh, wow.
They got it. They got it.
No doubt, no doubt.
And people don't understand, the Millionaire Mastermind Institute isn't for millionaires. It says Millionaire Mastermind Institute. It's not. I'm going to build you into your mindset in that $1 million entity.
Mhm.
But millionaire means abundance of learning. You know, like you said, you got to in a mastermind group. Masterminds when 2 or more people get together
Exactly.
and share ideas.
No
That's a
doubt.
mastermind group. So that's why I call it the millionaire abundance of
Mhm.
mastermind, 2 or more people. And institute is a place of learning.
Yes.
Well, William, we're so thankful and grateful.
Because you've had a very big impact on my life, for sure.
Yes.
And you know, man, I've appreciated you, and you weren't doing what you're doing now when we met.
I know.
I wasn't doing what I'm doing now when we met. It's relationship and growing.
Yes.
No doubt.
We've
no
both
doubt.
grown. And we're going to usually us in each other and come back together. And
make
what
some
you
stuff
do
happen.
now, it helps me. What I do helps you. So it's relationships.
Exactly.
Always.
Well, unfortunately, since we
Yeah, I-
started a little late tonight, we're
I
going to have to
understand.
bring you back to the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And because there's some other things I definitely want to talk to you about.
Okay.
But until then,
I
my
want you
brother-
to repeat about Saturday, though.
Yeah.
Before we
Oh,
go.
it's Saturday. It's going to be at Prince George Community College.
Mhm.
It's at 301 Largo Road in Largo, Maryland, 20774. It's going to be in the Chesapeake Hall, room 114. It is RSVP.
Okay.
And you got the RSVP on, and you got to go to I got it right. And I don't have my glasses on, so do it for me, baby. MMI8
That's right.
.eventbrite.com.
Okay.
MMI8.eventbrite and RSVP because it's very limited seating.
But
Very
it is
limited
free.
seating. It's free.
But remind you, it's free.
You get 3 hours of me.
and
when
what's your contact info in addition to this? How do I
You can call
contact
the
you?
Institute at 240-619-2019. Someone's going to answer the phone. If they don't, leave a
Repeat the number
voicemail.
one more time.
240-619-2019. And come on board the Institute
No
and let me
doubt.
grow you and build you and get you in that millionaire mindset.
Well.
And then the rest will fall right in place.
There it is.
Thank you, William.
Well, folks, this has been an opportunity to share time with us here at BCP Viewpoint. And
Conversation.
What does
Yes.
BCP stand for?
BCP stands for Black Carpet Production,
There you go.
of course. So, what do you like to say, Joycelyn?
Well, I thought you had your viewpoint for
Well, the
today.
viewpoint for the day actually is going to change because I'm going to take this opportunity to say I am extremely grateful for this opportunity to have shared this time with great dear friends of mine who happen to be in the business, either on both sides of the business of entertainment and entrepreneurial, or educators. And that's part of what we will bring to you in the future. So, for this evening, Adib Muhammad,
Joycelyn Falamola.
we want to say good night. Thank you for watching, and we'll be on time next week. BCP, Viewpoint, and Conversation.
Conversation.
Good
Good
night.
night.